About 6 or 7 years ago, on a night very much like tonight, I got decently hammered and finally went out of my way to listen to Oasis because I think just growing up when I was younger, I had heard that they were like, oh, dickheads or whatever, and I was just like, fuck those guys. I don't want to like give them attention. And then one night in like 2018 or whatever, I was pretty hammered and listened to their songs, fell in love with a good handful of their songs. I fucking love Don't Look Back in Anger, Supersonic, Whatever, Stop Crying Your Heart Out, Champagne Supernova. Those are some of my favorite songs ever. I fucking love those. For whatever reason, those resonated with me the most. However, listening to their first two albums just now, I just listened to Definitely Maybe and What's the Story, Morning Glory. And besides Cast No Shadow, Morning Glory, and Slide Away, and those songs, some of those songs that I just mentioned, besides those, I genuinely think a lot of those songs are very average. I think that they're the most amazing, like the top number one most average band. And the only reason I say that, there's a lot to unpackage. I'm not trying to just shit on them for the sake of shitting on them. I'm just trying to kind of be very direct with my opinions right now, because that's the fun of this. It's the fun of YouTube and the fun of the world we live in right now, as far as just, I just am trying to harness why I feel this way, and that's the fun of this for me. So, I basically really wish I loved them a lot more. And, I do love them in a lot of ways. I love their music. I think, Noel Gallagher's Flying Birds, I've heard, like, his solo shit since then, too. Like, I've really loved a lot of their work, but I think it's like a half and half thing for me. Like 50% of their songs, maybe like a third of their songs I fucking love, and then everything else I'm just kind of meh about. I'm like, whatever. Why do I feel that way? I don't know. I genuinely think the chord progressions that they use and the choices that they make are just very like what minimally passes as a song. It feels like they just kind of throw something together, and really, I gotta commend the producers. I feel like the producers are a big part of why they sound as good as they do, or why the songs turned out as good as they did. Not all the songs are average. Obviously, like I'm everything I'm about to say is I'm saying as a fan as well. And obviously, if those two were able to stop being toxic or whatever, as long as they were very chill and able to just hang out and chill out, I would totally hang out with them and have a beer with them. But it's crazy to think that they had hundreds of thousands of people filling stadiums, that they were this just ginormous, big fucking band. It doesn't make sense to me. So are they overrated? I think, yeah. I think they're very, very, very fucking overrated by the standard, and I'm going off of like, okay, like what their songs actually are, and like the standard of what they're doing. It's almost, their songwriting is simple to a fault. It's these simple approaches that a lot of the times makes me feel like they don't go outside of their box enough. Noel Gallagher, I should say. Noel Gallagher, Liam didn't write shit, obviously. So Noel Gallagher, as a songwriter is so fantastic, but it at the same time feels like you can really hear the limitations in his songwriting. You can tell that he sticks to what he knows and kind of it plays it safe. It feels like all of their songs, a lot of their songs, kind of tend to play it safe. Let me just show you what I mean. A lot of their songs are just fucking chords. Nothing wrong with chords. I love chords too. But Jesus fucking Christ, if every song doesn't just feel like an open G or an E, a lot of their fucking songs just feel like it's a lot of this walk down. That's like the beginning of Whatever. There's also, just like they do a lot of the same shit. Noel Gallagher's lead playing is just a lot of the staying within the pentatonic scale, obviously, and just kind of, again, playing it safe, or playing it's what he knows is going to sound good. Is it good drunk music? Yeah, it's fucking great drinking music, is the one thing I will say. Let me talk about the pros, too, before I get into really just unleashing all of my negative opinions on them as well. The pros, in my opinion, are it's good drinking music. It's great ambience. Listening to those 2 albums just now, I liked it. Like, I enjoyed it. I liked it. Didn't love it, but the vibe is nice. The energy is nice. The work that they were doing, when they were working together in the beginning, supposedly, whatever. Whenever they were able to work together, you can feel the chemistry with them and the band. You can feel the chemistry there. That's one thing you cannot deny with the music, is that the vibe is great. The vibe is good. I just don't. Hold on, actually, let me stop myself before I really get into all the other side of what I'm saying. What do I like about them? Yeah, the attitude. Let's get into that. The fucking attitude that they have is killer. It's like literally synonymous with how I feel a lot of the times. Like, I agree with the attitude that they have. I can appreciate that. That, like, fuck you, we're awesome, kind of, like, I get it. Like, rock and roll, man. Like, fucking probably like one of the last actual rock bands in the world, as far as having that attitude, and like they feel like the literal tail end of that era of rock stars being badass, saying fuck you to everybody, and just being like, no fucks given kind of thing, before like indie music and a bunch of soft ass fucking people started making everyone pussified or whatever. I appreciate their like dickheadedness in the ways that it works, or in the ways that it's there are a lot of strengths there, and there's a lot of like I said, the personality is in there, and the general feel to it is there. I just think that the choices that are made and the actual songs themselves are literally like kind of fucking boring in a lot of ways. Some of their songs, not all of their songs, some of their songs are pretty fucking boring. I was listening to both albums just now, literally just within the last hour and a half, and it felt like the way I feel when I watch musical theater, and I'm just like reading the playbill, counting off the songs and waiting till it gets to the end. Not that I wasn't enjoying it and actually paying attention to it here and there, but it just doesn't grab me. It's not gripping. It's not as compelling as I'd like it to be. And I think a lot of that is them remaining in the simplicity of their approach at that time, at least. Maybe I should listen to every album they've ever made before I make this video, but I don't think I have that in me. Because when I did get into them finally in 2018, or I finally was able to like... The reason that was such a special moment for me, by the way, is because it was a moment of me finally letting that kind of jaded cynicism down. I finally let my guard down, and I was so pleasantly surprised by their songs. But I remember at the time going out of my way to listen to their whole discography, and it was just like the way I feel with most bands. I like those 5 or 6 songs, and then everything else is just kind of average and noise. They're the example of just because you're playing loud doesn't mean that it's good. It feels like a lot of the fucking songs are just fucking chords, man. It's just like this, but they put on the overdrive pedal and really bring out that oomph in it, and it feels like it's a lot more, like they're very good at, like I said, whoever the fuck produced their songs and whoever made the production what it is absolutely deserves like the top fucking honor what any producer can have, because they're producers, and the people that actually like recorded it and mixed it and put it together, I'm sure they barely had anything to do with that, I assume, at least, because they just don't seem like they would give a fuck to do that outside of actually recording and performing. I'm gonna get into their egos in a second, because that's what really, the audacity is fucking crazy. But yeah, the producers are fucking insanely good, insanely fucking perfect. But that's being in a rock band in the early to mid 90s, in the fucking height, like one of the peak eras of rock and roll, of course they're going to have access to it. What I really think it comes down to is they are some of the luckiest fucking people ever. Both of those brothers essentially bullied their way into fame, and yes, their songs are decent, but it's crazy how egotistical they are, or they can be, having those tendencies. It's crazy how egotistical they can be, despite their songs and their songwriting, Noel Gallagher's songwriting being very excruciatingly average. Excruciatingly average. It is like so fucking passable as songs. Like a lot of the songs are just like, yes, this is a song. This is a song that I made. Oh, what did you do with? I played some chords and I made some. Even the lyrics. A lot of the lyrics are. Some of them are amazing. Some of them are like, dude, did a fucking middle schooler write this? Did somebody that's like 14 write this shit? Some of their lyrics feel like a fucking, like, literally translates to I'm 14, is this deep? Sometimes. Not always, but sometimes I get that vibe. Again, I'm just having fun with my opinion of this and having the realization of like, oh, I fucking love Oasis. Again, love the attitude, love the fucking essence that they bring to the world of rock and roll. However, it's like funny how the attitude kind of overshines the actual songs sometimes. Sometimes it does. And yeah, I think a lot of it is pretty fucking just mid, like very, very like a glass of warm water. Nothing crazy special about it. Nothing crazy exceptional, I guess I should say. There's nothing that exceptional about it. It's not exceptional enough to justify them having those types of personalities. So maybe that's a big part of why I feel the way I do, is because I know that they have such an ego about them. Liam especially, like, what the fuck kind of ego does he have? How does he have such an ego when he doesn't write any of the fucking songs? Does he have a solid voice? Did he have a solid voice, I should say, in his earlier years? Yeah, solid singer, but he should be humbled by the fact that he's nothing without the band and his brother, you know? Like, and Noel Gallagher, I love a lot of the shit that he has to say. I fucking love that dude's opinions on shit, and I love that he says what's on his mind. I love these guys. I fucking love Oasis. I'm just like, I have to be honest with myself and feeling like they are super overrated. Would Oasis be amazing in like a small venue or a smaller, like, type of show? Yeah, like they will always knock it out of the park if it's like, but filling a stadium or having so many people check out their shit, I feel like they're just loud. Again, I feel like they're just loud and they have a wonderful energy. They're the example of like, okay, and your energy, your chemistry, your personality can take your music to tremendous fucking heights. Tremendous heights. That is obvious. Seriously fucking... like the proof is in the pudding in that like I have nothing to say. I can't ever like deny that or say that doesn't that doesn't count for something, because it seriously does. They are also some of the like most important people in rock history. But do I think everything worked out for them so perfectly that they have no idea what it's like to actually struggle as a musician or actually be a real musician? Do I think that they're real musicians that deserve the same respect that, literally all of the jazz musicians of the 20th century and like all of the actual legends like Jimi Hendrix or any of these, do I think they're on par with them? Fuck no. No fucking way. No fucking way. No fucking way. They're highly influenced by the Beatles, but the Beatles were innovators. They were fucking revolutionaries. They went outside of the box constantly. They constantly pushed themselves. They constantly pushed what was acceptable, what was expected of them, what was the, what was the standard, the Beatles literally brought their ginormous fucking sized dicks and slapped the fuck out of everybody with their fucking insanely ginormous musical songwriting dicks. Because like the Beatles are, you know, gods when it comes to songwriting. Literal gods as far as the expansion. That's what I'm trying to get at too. Oasis is good at doing this. The bands that they were influenced by and the bands that they loved and the ones that they like put as their main influences were all over the fucking like they were literally out of this world. Literally fucking out of this world. And I just think I think it's fucking crazy how many people are like diehard fans of Oasis. They fucking are clearly obsessed with them or they fucking love them, and I don't see it. I don't fucking get it at all. I don't get the obsession, is I guess where I'm getting with that's what I'm trying to get at with all this. I like Oasis, and I love them. I love this band, but I am not obsessed with them. If I had to bring one band's discography to a desert island, or if I had to listen to one band for the rest of my life, like if that was a choice, or if that was something like a choice I had to make, I would never ever think twice about picking Oasis. Because I would just listen to those like 10 songs that I love by them, those 10 or 12 songs that are great, and then ignore everything else. Because it's pretty fucking whatever. It's, you know, no pun intended. It's pretty fucking whatever. I don't, you know, I don't go crazy over it. It doesn't make me take a moment to have to like process what I'm feeling. Like I love when music or art makes me go like, whoa, like what the fuck am I feeling right now? Like that wave of impression. Like when something leaves such an impression on you is it's like there's just nothing like that, and there's nothing that'll ever, you know, compare to that feeling. And yeah, I don't get that from them is all. Like I said, those few songs really stand out and they're fucking masterful. They have very good pieces of work, but overall, it's pretty. It's cute. I was thinking that earlier when I was that was the one thing I wanted to mention just now before I forget and move on from that thought. When I was listening to them earlier, I was just like, this is cute. Like I was thinking to myself, this is, like I said, you know, it's like a kid wrote it. Their shit is very childlike, and I know they were young when they wrote a lot of that stuff, and you know, younger than I am now, and when they wrote and recorded a lot of that stuff. But it's like the epitome of, wow, that band that we went to high school with is amazing. You know, it's like the epitome of your friend's band, and you're glad that they don't suck. Oasis, I'm glad that they don't suck, but I'm shocked at anybody being obsessed with them or putting them in like their top 5, top 10 bands of all time. They are far from that for me. They're like maybe a top 50 band for me. That's where I would put them in a top 50, not a top 20 or 10. Like they're okay in the overall like grand scheme of all the music I've ever heard in my life. 100% they're in like that. If they were in the top 50, they would be 50 or 49th. So again, I'm just having fun with my opinion because that's the point of the internet at this point, and just everyone wanting to connect with others and every infinitesimal little fucking, you know, opinion that we have of everything. And I'm hoping that other people feel this way because hey, if you are shocked by other people being obsessed with Oasis, you're not alone. I am too. Feels like a lot of their shit comes down to tambourine shaking. Maybe some point away, don't wanna wait, don't say. It's like just that fucking nasally, like, no way. It's just, you know, I'm totally just, you know, going overboard with my own dickheadedness now, but that's how it kind of translates to me. It's just chords and Liam going, no way, Juno boy, Joe way. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe maybe my opinions are fucking stupid, and Oasis is the greatest band of all time. But I don't agree with that. So I'm gonna smoke some weed and If you're a diehard fan of Oasis, I apologize for everything I just said. I'm just having fun and taking the piss, as they would say. Let's have a pint. We can talk about these things, and I promise you, everything I'm saying is just for fucking shits and giggles and just for fun. I don't feel that strongly about Oasis either way, and their fan base as well. It's like, you know, I'm not losing sleep over any of this if you disagree with me. So some of the stuff I just said made some sort of sense. This weed is tasting really good. I fucking love Oasis. I love the Gallaghers when they can get along. I love their band, like their band and the people that they work with, old and new, whatever. I love these guys, just not totally crazy. Give my life for them to make more songs kind of obsessed. I'm not on that level, I guess, with other people, but maybe someday.